Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we are going to be talking about something that's on everybody's mind. People ask me about it all the time. It seems like it's kind of a common thread. If you check out any of the Facebook groups, any of the social media groups talking about EV vehicles, EVs, you find people wondering, what are the advantages and disadvantages in having an EV? I mean, other than the obvious advantages of no gas, you charge it at home, you constantly have a full battery. Every night you plug it in, every morning you jump in the car. There are a few drawbacks. Right now, we have a Tesla specifically. This is a Tesla Model Y. It's a 2020 version, but there are so many things that I absolutely love about the car, but I can easily say that there's probably 5 things that kind of jump out me glaringly that kind of hang heavy on me that I don't like about it. So here is a video about 5 things that I don't like about my Tesla Model Y. So sit back, relax. You guys are watching The Tall Tesla Guy. So let's jump out here and we're going to drive around a little bit and talk about this. So like I said, I have a 2020 Tesla Model Y. It's a fantastic vehicle. You guys are going to notice right from the beginning, if you ended up getting one, that it's spacious, it's comfortable, it's got really lush, plush, luxurious feeling seats. Now they are vegan leather, they're not real leather, but nonetheless they are comfortable and they do feel nice. The seats are super comfortable, the car is comfortable, it's comfortable to drive, it's comfortable to be in. But there's a couple of different things. I mean, the price point for a Tesla Model Y is up there. I mean, you're looking at 50,000 plus. It's a higher, definitely a higher range for a vehicle. So when you get up to that point, you expect certain things. Now, it's not that it would deter me from buying another one, because 100% I would get another one. If we needed another vehicle right now, I would buy either a Model 3 or Model Y. If we won the lottery, I'd get that Model X or that new Model S Plaid. But, barring all that kind of stuff, the couple of things that jump out at me, and now we've had different vehicles in the past, certain ones come with certain options, but we've had like for instance, we had a Volkswagen Tiguan. It came with a power lift gate, it came with a heated steering wheel, it came with heated and cooled seats. So that jumps into my first thing that kind of bugs me a little bit about the car, is the fact that it doesn't have cooled seats. It's got heated seats, and I can tell you that these heated seats heat up super quick, but it does not have cooled seats. Now, it's not that one of the advantages of a Tesla, just like probably a lot of EVs, is that you can precondition the cabin. So before you get into it, you can turn the air conditioner on, make it cool in here. You can have a set time that it does it. So, by the time you get out of work, it's sitting in the parking lot all day, it's actually cool, which is really nice. You can turn on the heat before you get out there so that it melts the snow off your windshield, stuff like that, which is really nice, and it's a super neat feature. But they have heated seats. I don't know why they don't have cooled seats. In fact, the Model S, the old Model S, has had cooled seats, or vented seats anyway. I'm not sure why they didn't add that into it. And then it kind of jumps into a feature. Now, the new Model Y, new Model 3 actually has this. So they finally listened to people after 12 years of making the vehicle, and they put a heated steering wheel in here. Right, so you get a new 2021 Tesla Model Y with a new updated center console, everything like that. You're gonna have a heated steering wheel. Now, my car does not have a heated steering wheel. Again, you can precondition the cabin, you can make it warm in the wintertime, but it's always nice just to have that option. You jump in it really quick, it's cold in the cabin, you didn't get an opportunity to precondition, and you got a really cold steering wheel. So, that kind of gets you a little bit too. I just kind of wish that it came with it. I don't know why they didn't think about it till an after effect kind of thing. And then, my third thing is, now there's a lot of aftermarket accessories you can get for the car, hundreds of them. In fact, I have probably 10 videos in there talking about accessories, and they're fantastic. And there's a lot of fantastic, modifications that you can make for the car. One of them being a motion activated tailgate, and then also a power frunk. Right, the frunk specifically is one of the super cool features of the car. You have all this storage space in the front of the car, and it's really neat to put coolers, makes it so you can use the frunk. You want to use the frunk. That's what it's there for. You got to pull out your app when you're walking to the car, and then you've got to push the button to open it, and then it just pops up. And if you got your hands full, it's hard to do that anyway. And there's no way to just kind of, and then you got to push it up and then pull it up, and then be real ginger when you close it so you don't dent it. You guys have seen videos talking about that as well, and it just kind of takes away the experience, and I'm just like, just throw it in the tailgate. You know, just open to the back, throw it in there. There's plenty of space back there anyway. So I love using the frunk. I love the idea of the frunk. I just wish it came with a power frunk. Like, I don't know why it doesn't anyway. Like I said, there's aftermarket accessories you can do for that kind of stuff, which is nice. It'd just be nice if it came with it, so you don't have to do it on your own if you're not mechanically inclined or you don't feel like doing it. But then, you know, same with a foot activated tailgate. I put them in the same category just because they're both storage places. But, you know, it's nice when you have your hands full to be able to just swipe your foot underneath it, it opens the tailgate, swipe your foot underneath it, it closes it again. We added one to ours. In fact, there's a link in the description below to get one, but, and it was a super easy add, and the frunk is kind of my next plan. And I know that's gonna be a super easy thing too. I just wish that it would come with it. You know, so that ends up being my number 3, right? So the cooled seats, heated steering wheel, the frunk accessory, and then it comes to number 3 is a small thing, and it's really only a thing, if you call it that, if you have kids. One of the things that you're going to notice with the Tesla is that the visibility is kind of odd in spots. Now, I'm really tall. I'm at 6'5", so I run into this more than maybe some people would. I think. I'm not positive on that part. Just I know that when I'm looking out the windows, when I'm looking at the view, there's a couple of things that kind of impede it a little bit for me, and I'll kind of show you guys that. I want to show you guys my point of view. So this is what I see when I'm looking out the window. You can kind of see here, I've got this A pillar here, and it's really big. It's really big and chunky, and I appreciate the safety for sure, 100%, but it's a really big kind of impediment to what you're viewing here. And then on top of that, this is the rear view mirror. As you can see there, you can see the camera obviously, but you know, the view through the mirror, looking at the rear view mirror out at the window, it's a real sliver. And people talk about that too. They wonder about the view. And you end up with, you know, just having, you know, it's a drawback a little bit, but I have a baby seat here and our child is, you know, she just turned 2. It's a fantastic way to engage with her and stuff like that. But the way that this mirror is set up, it's so small. You can see that there. It's so small that I have no view of, so what we ended up doing was installing a mirror down here, and you can kind of see that there. You kind of see that mirror there. It's a really small mirror, but it gives us a view of our baby back there. So we use that little mirror. It attaches to the back of the infotainment screen, which is nice, but it's like, if my rear view mirror was just a little bit bigger, just a little bit more of a drop down or something like that, it would be nice to be able to see our baby while we're driving around. So, you know, that ends up being my number 4. And then my number 5 is something that people ask about nonstop. They ask about the heat transfer through the roof. It's actually a pretty warm day. It's already 82 degrees, even though it's only 9:30 in the morning. But, you know, so it's a pretty warm day so far. But I can say, like, when it's blazing heat coming down. Now my head's closer to the roof, about 3 inches away than some people might be. And I know that comes into play. But, you know, I could say though, if I lived in Arizona, if I lived in Texas, if I lived in Southern California where it's constant heat, constant sun, you would want to do something about this. This is a heavily tinted window. You'll notice from the outside that you cannot see in it. But there is a lot of heat transfer that comes through. And now the heat kind of sticks into a pocket about 2 inches below the roof. And it seems to be because, you know, the way that the vents are set up in the car, it kind of creates almost like a bubble of cool or warm air around the cabin, around the passengers, so that you end up with, you know, something that actually blocks a lot of that heat coming down, which is nice. Now we do have a baby back there. She'll sleep back there. I notice she does get warm. She's a hot-blooded baby anyway, I'll tell you that. But it'd be nice if they had something. Now you can buy, again, aftermarket accessories. In fact, we have one. We have a shade that you can put in yourself. You know, it's again something else you have to do to it. Now we used to have a Volkswagen Tiguan. It was an SUV. It was definitely at a different price point than the Model Y, for sure, no question. But it had a panoramic glass roof similar to this, but it had a screen that could, you know, you push a button and it could scroll over it. It'd be nice if they had something like that. I love the roof. You know, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've seen people go on there and white out the roof. They put an Excel film on it to white it out. There is no way I would do that. Absolutely not. I love looking through the roof. In fact, with our other vehicle, I kept it open all the time anyway, but it was nice when it was super hot, sun's blasting down on you, something like that, you can throw it to close it. So, you know, that ends up being my number 5. You know, I didn't want to get into things like build quality, anything like that, because in reality, I love the car so much that little things, nicks in the paint, little issues with door alignment, stuff like that, none of it impeded my driving ability, and none of it even comes into play at all when I'm talking about how much I love this vehicle. So you get things like that you know, I didn't want to even touch on. I just wanted to throw a couple of things out there that, you know, after 10 months of having the car, these are things that I wish they'd kind of done in the beginning. There's just a couple of things to think about. So, you know, if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe. You guys know the drill. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, week, month so far, getting ready to do some midsummer celebrations, that sort of thing. But, you know, in general, thank you so much for the support. Really appreciate you guys watching, and stay safe out there. Thanks a lot, guys.